Welcome to the world of Git Blame. Git Blame helps you find out who changed what and when in your code. It's like a detective tool for your Git repository. So, what exactly is Git Blame? Git Blame is a Git command that shows you which user last modified each line of a file, when they made the change, and the commit message associated with that change. The purpose of Git Blame is to help you understand the history and context of code changes. It helps identify who made specific changes and track down when bugs were introduced. Let's look at the basic usage of Git Blame. The basic syntax of the command allows you to see who modified each line of a file. The command is git blame followed by the file name. For example, git blame src/main.js. You can also blame a specific line range. For example, to blame lines 10 through 20, the command is git blame l10 20 src/main.js. Now let's understand the git blame output. Git blame output shows who last modified each line, when the modification was made, and the commit hash of that modification. Here's an example. The commit hash is A1B23D4. The author is John Doe. The date is 2023, May 10th, 14 hours, 30 minutes, 45 seconds, plus 0200. The line number is 1. The actual code is function calculate total items. Git Blame comes with several useful options. You can examine only specific lines of a file using the L option, followed by the start and end line numbers, and then the file name. For example, git blame l10 20 file name. To show blame for a specific revision of a file, use git blame followed by the revision number or tag, and then the file name. For example, git blame version 1.0 file name. To ignore whitespace changes when finding blame, use the W option. For example, git blame W file name. To show the author's email instead of their username, use the show email option. For example, git blame show email file name. Now let's discuss some advanced Git Blame options. You can detect moved or copied lines using the C and M options. C detects copies within a file, and CC is a more aggressive version. M detects moved lines. For example, git blame C file name, git blame CC file name, and git blame M file name. You can also ignore revisions using the ignore rev option followed by the commit hash, or use the ignore revs file option, followed by the path to a file containing a list of revisions to ignore. For example, git blame, ignore rev72a9bc file name, and git blame, ignore revs file.gitblame ignore. Let's explore some practical examples of using Git Blame. When you discover a bug in a specific line of code, use Git Blame to find out who last modified that line, and when, helping you understand the context of the change. For example, to find who changed line 42 in app.js, the command is git blame l42 42 app.js. You can also combine Git Blame with other commands to get deeper insights into the history of a file or specific code section. For example, to show full commit details for a line, use the command git blame file.js l10 10s print $1 zargs git show. Most modern integrated development environments, or IDEs, provide built-in Git Blame functionality with visual indicators. For example, in Visual Studio Code, you can use the Git Lens extension or the built-in Git Blame feature. In JetBrains IDEs, you can right-click, select Git, and then annotate. In Sublime Text, you can use the Git Blame package. And on GitHub, you can find the Blame button in the file view. In summary, Git Blame helps identify who changed specific lines of code and when. It is useful for debugging, understanding code history, and finding context. Advanced options help track moved code and ignore formatting changes. IDE integration makes blame information easily accessible during development. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.